So let's talk about the things that give us words for translating expressions. So when we think of addition, addition is our plus sign. So we might think of sum or total or plus or increase or more than. Those are all going to be plus. Subtraction would be instead of the sum, we're going to have the difference. Minus, decrease, less than, and of course when we put the word in, subtracted by. Multiplication is going to be either a times sign like that or a times sign like that. Most of the time in algebra we'll use that little dot. Times product of twice, double. We might also see like triple or quadruple or anything like that that's increasing. Quotient is going to be division. We might see it like this or like that. So that's going to be quotient, separate, divided by, and then either if you want to half something or third something or quarter something or anything like that that's going to cut it into pieces. So it's going to cut it. Okay, parentheses phrases are going to be like times the sum of. So that's going to say do the sum first, or times the difference of. That's going to say do the difference first. So when we want turnaround phrases, we're thinking things like less than or subtracted from. Like 5 subtracted from 8, we're going to turn those around. Or 9 less than 3, we're going to turn it around. Okay, so now the product of a number, that's going to be, says a variable, so we could use x here or we could use an n, probably use x, and 3. Product means we're going to multiply it, so we have 3x. The difference is subtraction between a number and 10. What we want to do here is a number and 10. The quotient of a number and -5. Quotient says we want to divide. The number is x and -5, so we have x over -5. 4 subtracted from a number. So 4 comes first, or 4, this is the turnaround one. So we have a number that it's subtracted from, and we subtract 4 from it. The sum of twice a number is going to be 2x and 7, and the sum is addition, so 2x plus 7. The product of a number and 10 is increased by 1. So the product of a number and 10, so we're going to take 10x, and then we're going to increase it by 1. 4 less than a number squared. Okay, so 4 less is one of our turnaround phrases, so in the end we're going to do -4, and then a number squared, so x squared. The next one is twice a number, 2 times the number, divided by 5. So 2 times some number and divide it by 5. You might have it also as a fraction, as 2x over 5. That would work too. Okay, so setting up equations with this. The sum of twice a number is 10 less than 36. So twice a number and 10 is 36. And then we could solve those if we wanted to. The next one we want is 3 times the difference of a number and 7 is 18. So 3 times the difference of a number and 7 is 18. 4 times a number divided by 8 is 3. So 4 times a number divided by 3, or divided by 8 is 3. Let me write that again so it looks nicer. 4x over 8 is equal to 3. 5 times the sum of a number and 6 is 48. So the sum of a number and 6 is where we're going to start. The is my equal sign, and then the 5 goes out in front of it. The next one is 1/2 of a number is 8 less than the number itself. Okay, so 1/2 of a number is means equal, 8 less than the number itself. So x is the number itself. So these two have to match, and we want to do 8 less than that. The product of a number and 3 is the same as the sum of the number and 6. Okay, so the product of the number and 3. So that's where we're going to start. So 3n, and then the is my equal sign, the same as the sum of that number and 6. So that number and 6 is how we're going to do that. So remember that is the equal sign. So is equal. 15 is decreased by the quotient of a number and 3 is 20. Okay, so the easy part of this is the is 20. So that's going to go over here. So then 15 decreased by, so we're going to start with the 15. We're going to decrease it by subtracting, and then n over 3. So then the next one is 4 less than the product of a number is 8 more than that number. Okay, so here's the is. So that number is our x. So 8 more than x is going to be on that side. And then 4 less than the product of that number and 7. So 7 times that x, and we take away 4. Okay, so last is our inequalities part. Less than is that smashed L, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. A number is less than -10. That number is less than -10. A number is less than or equal to 8. A number is greater than or equal to -4. Greater than or equal to -4 is at most. At most means less than or equal to. It means it can equal it, but it can't be more than that. So less than or equal to. A speed limit of 55, so that means you have to be going less than or equal to 55. You're not going to get a ticket if you're going 55, but if you're going 56, you're going to. A number is at least 16. If you have to be at least 16 years old for something, you have to be greater than or equal to it. A number is no less than 10, so it can be 10, but it has to be greater than or equal to 10. A number is no more than 26, so we have less than or equal to 26, so that's saying no more than. A maximum of 25. If your max age for like a playground is 25, so our number and 25, we have to be less than or equal to. And a minimum of the number 5 says, okay, I can be 5, but I have to be greater than or equal to 5. So there is your inequalities.